Futures south of the border steady. We are awaiting a pile of U.S. earnings this week. Our guest says he's focusing right now on defensive sectors, but also looking for cyclical and growth plays. We're joined by Rob Lauzon, Chief Investment Officer at Middlefield Limited. Great to see you.
Yeah, nice to be back.
Start off with the election. What are your thoughts? I mean, do you want to hazard a prediction on who'll win, Rob? Are you going to go out on a limb?
Well, no, I'd rather not go there, but
okay.
I think it's a great inflection point, I think, for Canada. No matter who, there's two parties that are really neck and neck here, in my opinion, in the polls, but both have more pro-growth policies for the economy than I've seen executed over the last 8 or 9 years. So I think either way, it's good for Canada. I think it'll be good for international investors, international companies looking to maybe invest back into Canada, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's technology, whether it's natural resources, which is really a key for making, Canada's GDP perform like it used to, be one of the top in the G20, top in the G7. So a majority would be better for either party because you can get stuff done. But it's encouraging. I think either way, it's going to be a better 4 years going forward, and obviously get out and vote and use that democracy we have here. So it's going to be a fun day.
The U.S. earnings season builds to a peak this week, but what trends have you seen in U.S. reports so far, Rob?
Well, I think the stock market's telling you that it's been encouraged, and I've been encouraged to see. Even some companies have included a tariff guide and some haven't, but ones that have, quality companies that have included, if tariffs, stay at this level or 10%, they've still kept in the lower end of their previous range of guidance, which is the market's been encouraged to see. So I guess the word there I used is quality, and that's what we try to do at Middlefield, is just stick to quality companies that can manage their margins. So whether it's through a small price increase, if they have pricing power, whether it's diversifying their supply chain, hedging FX, there's lots of levers a quality run company can do to offset a 10% tariff, for example. So, that's what we're looking to see. And, the earnings have been less bad than feared, I would say, yeah.
Of course, there is a threat to economic growth with these tariffs. I'm not sure if you saw that the Chinese e-commerce seller Shein is talking about massive price increases. So things like that are going to be inflationary. You're looking for some defensive ideas. And Enbridge, for example, the pipeline giant, fits that bill.
Yeah, well, I don't think $1 Shein T-shirt to $3 is going to stop anyone from buying it. But anyway, Enbridge has those levers because it has inflation escalators in a lot of its contracts. Not ones that are over the top, but just slight 2-3% growth, fee for service. They're really a utility. So that's one that hasn't pulled back on the downside as much. So you've been insulated. It's been helpful to have that in the portfolio. That's it's a pretty insulated sideways chart since Liberation Day that you're showing there. So that on one end of the barbell, which should give you a 6% dividend, 3 or 4% dividend growth, 5% cash flow growth, you can still make 8 to 10% total return in this stock going forward. Now, on the other side, if you can find, we're starting to now dip into some quality cyclicals that could give you 20 or 30% upside because they've pulled back more. So a barbell approach right now, high defensive like an Enbridge or an apartment REIT mixed with something with a little more cyclicality, I think is what investors should be looking at now.
And then cyclical and growth, Apple fits that bill, you think?
Yeah, and it was upgraded this morning just as I was walking over here, and I think that might have helped the market. The futures were down pre-market, and there was an upgrade on, I think Morgan Stanley upgraded them this morning. Besant had an interview this morning, and he hinted regarding Apple in China and manufacturing. He hinted and pivoted the interview towards India, potentially lowering tariffs on India with some sort of an Apple deal manufacturing in India. So I think that was positive. World's biggest company, Apple, helping the market turn around this morning. But there you go. Look, like there's a quality company, Apple, pulled back dramatically, and you're seeing some upgrades on it. So that would be one. Some software stocks, even commodity names in the natural gas or even the copper area that have been hit pretty hard. Look interesting at these levels.
Rob, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Rob Lauzon has been our guest, Chief Investment Officer at Middlefield. Coming up, we're going to